A warm greetings to everyone present here. Today, I'm here to talk about technology in modern age. Technology is a booming market full of exciting and innovative products and new learning opportunities. The 1990s was the beginning of modern technology as we know it today. When the internet first came out, it began as a new trend and many people thought it wouldn't last. From cell phones to computers, TVs and the internet itself has so vastly improved in such a small amount of time. Technology has changed the way that we live daily, from education, interacting with friends, dating, music, our health, etc. Our society as a whole has evolved to become entirely dependent on the technology. Let's be honest. We all have had those moments in which we use our phones after waking up to check out our messages on our way to college and work early whenever it's possible and we want to. I assume it's safe to say that we all have accepted the fact that technology plays a major role in our lives today and few can imagine living without. We achieved a lot of things with the help of technology. For example, we have the possibility to travel, keep in touch with friends. It means more freedom and choices of people. At the same time, we have to consider the social imbalance, weapons of mass destruction, and natural resource depletion. However, there is a continuous ongoing debate as to whether this technology is really good or bad. In fact, multiple people within our society believe that technology has caused harm to their lives and community, whereas others believe that it has only made their lives more relaxed. To find the true answer to this question, it's important to understand both the positive and negative sides. Since the beginning of the time, the goal of civilization was to improve their way of life. This idea is clearly seen through the advancement of home appliances. I mean things like refrigerators, ovens, microwaves, all these desktops, all these technical innovations have made household work much more easier than before 100 years ago. However, this has resulted in both negative and positive effects. The positive side was we were able to decrease the amount of time and the effort that we invested in doing our household choices, and we were left with extra time for doing various other activities. The negative side, however, this extra time was used for relaxation, and even though this made us happier, at the time it affected our health. Recently, we all have become more aware of various heart diseases and health problems that occur due to the lack of exercise. This has resulted various drawbacks. Of course, we can blame technology for its advancements and affecting our lifestyles in such a way, but it's our own fault because we were the ones who decided on using our own time in such a negative way. Recently, before schools had students carrying heavy textbooks and notebooks, but now in this day and age, we carry phones around, storing the information for schools. It has gotten to the point that schools across the country either give out electronics or the students are required to buy them for school. On a related topics, paper books are going out of style. Everyone now reads with a phone. It's good for the environment, saving thousands of trees. Let's take a look at ourselves as teenagers. How many of you have ever had questions regarding an assignment or homework and just search for the answer or the solution in Google? I mean, we have to be true to ourselves here and admit to the fact that we all have done this at least once. But how many of you truly learned or even just remember anything from doing this? What we really need to be thinking about here is whether technology is just making us smarter and more knowledgeable, or it is really just making us dumber, because we are so dependent on it for all of its answers other than just learning for themselves. I believe it's fair to say technology has already made a huge impact on our lives, but what about the future technology? Let's take artificial intelligence as an example. This is a topic people used to make jokes about cocktail parties, but now is a real legitimate thing in our world at this present time. It's predictable that in the next 5 years, less than 10 of the world population will be wearing clothes that change their color, shape, size, and temperature based on the individuals. Along with this, it's predictable that in the next 2 to 3 years, artificial intelligence will be able to shop, cook, and clean for us humans. Let's take a step back and come back to the present times. I'm pretty sure everyone here has heard of the device such as Alexa and Siri. Aren't they amazing? I mean, if you ever have a question, you don't even have to go onto the Google anymore. You can just pull out your phone and say, "Hi Siri," and ask a question. If you want to digitalize, you don't even have to get out. All you have to do is say, "Alexa device." Of course, these devices are extremely helpful and they play a huge role in our lives. But how many of you have thought the fact that what these devices are really doing is just listening in our conversation and collecting data? Think of this way. Whenever we say, "Hi Siri" or "Alexa," what these devices are doing, are they really responding to our commands? But all those other times we think that these devices are turning off. They are really just listening on our conversations and picking up various informations and keywords, which is then stored by the developers of these devices. These developers then sell this information to various companies, and these companies that take this information to create products based on our interests as customers. Then they pressurize us to buy these products, and due to this we can say that industrialization and manufacturing has highly increased due to the availability of technology. In the conclusion, I would like to say it's important to understand that technology does not just appear out of the blue or fall from the sky, but rather than it is created by us humans. It can save lives. On the other hand, it can destroy them too. So I think the true point that the question shouldn't be whether technology is good or bad, but whether we are human enough or not. Thank you all. Thank you for hearing me patiently.